The storm desk. Read the storm, book the roofs. You want a second office. The market 2 hours out looks hot and your crew is maxed. By the end of this, you'll know how to tell whether your first office is a machine you can clone or a person you can't, how to pick the market on roof age, and where to draw the stop-loss line before you open. Most second offices bleed out on cash timing, while the first office still owes payroll. A strong office multiplies. A shaky one magnifies the mess. Start with one brutal question. Can the first office run without you in the truck? A second office doesn't create order. It copies the order you have across more miles. And a manager who isn't you. Was every lead tracked to a source? Every estimate checked against a pricing rule? Invoices sent on time? Yes or no? Never, usually. If the office only hits margin because you catch the bad estimate yourself, you have a person, not a system. A person can't be in two places. Readiness shows up in your reports before anywhere else. A clone-ready office produces a handful of numbers without anyone building a spreadsheet from scratch. Lead volume and close rate by source. Average job size and gross margin by type. Production cycle time and receivables aging over 30 and over 60. If those take a week to pull, or change meaning depending on who runs them, your branch inherits the fog. You won't know whether the new office is healthy or just busy. Busy and healthy are not the same number. Now the deepest readiness question. It's about authority, not morale. List the decisions that route to you. Discount approvals, customer disputes, crew assignment, hiring, sign-off. For each one, write the name of the person who can make that call without you. Blanks are bottlenecks. A branch manager who owns only morale while headquarters owns every real decision is slow. And slow on a roof in storm season is lost revenue. Treat the branch as a mini plan, nested in the first, and it forces you to name those owners now. Step 2. Pick the market on evidence. The worst reason to expand is that someone across town looks busy, or one hailstorm rang your phone for 3 weeks. Competitors can be busy and broke. Storm spikes fade. Build a market scorecard and put roof age at the top. A market full of 18 to 25-year-old asphalt has a replacement tailwind even without a storm. Asphalt shingles broadly run 15 to 30 years. Then score storm exposure, labor supply, supplier distance, and licensing cost. Brand new construction makes you manufacture every job. Then settle the near versus far call, because distance changes the whole plan. A nearby office, inside a same-day drive, can share management, estimating, even inventory, and you fix problems before lunch. A distant office opens a bigger market but demands its own leadership, vendors, recruiting, and a larger cash reserve. The SBA notes that location affects registration, taxes, licenses, and permits. Cross the state line and licensing, sales tax, workers, comp, and zoning can all change at once. Closer isn't automatically right. Farther is never free. Step 3, and this is the one that kills branches. Forecast the cash before you sign anything. Marketing starts day 1. Payroll before the first deposit. Materials before final payment lands. Meanwhile, the first office still owes its own payroll, suppliers, and taxes, and none of that pauses because you opened a branch. So don't ask, will the second office be profitable? Ask, can we survive the months while it isn't? The two lines owners underfund are payroll ramp and working capital, the costs that pile up while revenue is still a rumor. Don't build one forecast. Build 3. Expected tells you if the branch is worth doing. Conservative sizes your cash reserve. Stress, where the branch stalls a full season while the first office still owes everything, answers the only question that matters. Does the company survive a miss? That's the case owners skip. Then write a go or no-go line. A reasonable version. No lease until you have a written 3-scenario forecast, a named branch manager, a licensing checklist, and a 90-day cash reserve in hand. A line at all separates expansion from gambling. Step 4. Clear the legal load before you advertise. Launch excitement compresses this step, and it can shut a branch down. Confirm local registration, contractor license changes, sales tax, payroll, workers, comp, and insurance. Cross a state line and slow down hard. Foreign qualification. Registering your business to work in a state it wasn't formed in means filing a certificate of authority there. Contractor licensing is state by state, and reciprocity is partial at best. Check the target state's board before you assume your license travels. Operating without credentials can void contracts. Safety does not copy itself, and that's where a new branch gets exposed. Fall protection law applies to every job site, no matter how many offices you run. OSHA's construction rule generally requires fall protection at height for roofing work. The first office's safety culture does not ride along in the new manager's head, and falls from roofs and ladders are a leading cause of construction deaths. Write the program, train to it, verify it on real roofs early, and tell your insurance broker before launch, not after a claim, because vehicles, materials, and payroll just moved. New branches lean on canvassing, and canvassing runs into a federal rule roofers forget. The FTC cooling-off rule gives a homeowner the right to cancel certain at-home sales, generally over a low-dollar threshold, within 3 business days, and you must hand them written notice at the time of sale. A contract signed at a kitchen table after a door knock falls squarely inside it. Build that disclosure into the contract packet and train the field team. In a market with no reputation yet, honesty at the door is your cheapest insurance. Get the hiring order right, because a branch fails on sequence more than talent. Hire sales before production, and you create customers you can't serve. Hire crews before leads, and you create payroll with no revenue. And protect the first office. Stripping its best estimator and production lead at once breaks the engine meant to power the new branch. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects roofer employment to grow about 6% from 2024 to 2034, faster than the all-job average. Good for your pipeline, hard for recruiting. Step 5. Launch with a leader, a cadence, and a stop-loss rule. The goal is legible branches. Headquarters sees what's sold, built, collected, and disputed without driving over. Keep brand, final pricing, accounting, and safety central. Let the branch own daily production, scheduling, vendor choice, and recruiting. Never copy the price sheet blindly. Local labor, disposal, permits, and freight differ. Run a short weekly scorecard. Leads and estimates tell you if the market is biting. Invoice days and receivables tell you if the branch can deliver and collect. 2 things finish step 5. First, don't hide branch costs at headquarters. A location that looks profitable only because its costs live elsewhere is a story, not a result. Second, write the stop-loss rule before you open. It names thresholds for revenue, margin, cash, and safety. A window of misses, and the one person who can act by pausing hiring, shrinking the territory, or merging back into headquarters. Once a sign is up, emotion pushes you to fund a struggling branch on hope. A disciplined retreat beats that. Here's where RoofPredict fits a branch launch, and where it doesn't. RoofPredict pairs an estimated roof age range with per-home storm physics, scoring which roofs a storm most plausibly wore out, so your first canvasser's hours point at the homes most likely to be due, not doors at random. It does not inspect roofs, diagnose damage, or decide coverage, and roof age is a planning range, not an exact date. Close the loop. A second office multiplies what you can prove, demand you can verify, and cash you can survive without. Gate each step. Keep the right to stop, and it becomes a result you engineered, not a risk you took.